Welcome back, everyone. Today is the day where I finally switched to the Tier 9 RB Covert tops. The Tier 8 version of this ship did serve me long 8 or 9 months at this moment. That ship did see a lot of combat. I had a lot of fun moments with it as well, so that ship is very dear to me. And I hope that the Tier 9 RB will live up to the name of its predecessor. Now I will of course show you the bonuses and stats on this ship, and we'll compare them to the stats of the Tier 8 RB. It's a nice upgrade. Of course the difference will be noticeable. And here you can see all my primary ships, my primary PvP ships are located at this station. Will be important later on. Okay, let's go into the ship's stats and let's go to the basic info menu. Now this ship does look like the Curse from EVE Online, based on the camouflage pattern, on the appearance. So as I've gave the previous ship a nickname, I will give this ship a nickname too. And I still prefer the original look on these ships. The original skins are, I think, one of the best looking that you can find. Now the immediate difference, you will notice the minus 50% cloaking device lock delay. That means instead of waiting 30 seconds to lock on a target, you will wait 15 seconds when you uncloak, which is a nice upgrade. It makes the ship more suitable for PvP. And the rest of the bonuses are generally very similar. Of course, the ship does have slight improvements in DPS and in drone control range, and of course other improvements in terms of its velocity, speed, and things like that. All of these improvements are small improvements, but they are still beneficial and noticeable. Ship has 4 drones, 2 high slots, 4 medium slots, 4 low slots, 3 combat and 3 engineering rigs, slight improvements in the survivability, improvements in signature radius, scan resolution, and of course the other stats. It is a armor tank ship. This one will be a armor tank, as you will see later on. Okay, hopping in my original RB. Now this ship is like 8 or 9 months old at this moment. It's quite old, judging by the EVE standards. Most ships go to get destroyed very quickly. That's just part of the game. Okay, looking at the ship details, and let's take a look at the basic info, trait description. Now the original RB doesn't have the 50% lock on, so you will have to wait 30 seconds upon uncloaking. That's because of that I have invented the very unique tactic that I used and that I still use in PvP. And of course you will notice lower DPS and a little bit less drone control range. Of course minor stuff, but noticeable, especially in PvP, where every single percentage will matter. And the ship has 3 medium slots instead of the 4 medium slots found on the RB2. That is also very important. That's one of the most important differences between these two ships. That one extra medium slot will help out a lot, and you will see what I mean when I start the PvP part. Okay, those are the stats of the RB1 and RB2. Let's go back to the Tier 9 RB. And well, time to simulate the ship's active performance, and then we will be rolling in PvP. But before that, I forgot to show you the fit. 560.58 DPS. Now I will gradually make this ship more expensive. This is just a fit that I come up with to be cheap in case I get blown up. These are medium missile launchers, storyline medium missile launchers. They're quite good. We'll replace them with C-types very soon. Good range, 31 kilometer. That will help me at medium range quite a bit. That is how I intended to use this ship. Now I have a Narrow resonance scanner. This is a ship that hunts with the scanner. You can find players in anomalies, in storyline missions. That's how I intend to fly this ship, and of course the good old classic hunting will return. I'm working on that. Dual points and a medium Nosferatu. Now dual points are important because most ships now are equipped with warp core stabs, at least one or two. These points can hold 4 combined. That's more than enough to counter 1 or 2 warp core optimizers. The Nosferatu is there to help me out with capacitor because this is a armor tank ship, but this ship has bonuses on tracking disruptors and of course bonuses on guidance disruptors, which are good at, well, avoiding incoming damage. They affect the enemy's turrets or missiles. So you can replace the Nosferatu with a tracking disruptor or guidance disruptor. It will work perfectly fine. You can even drop one point and you can actually use both these modules combined. Mark 9 Valkyries as primary weapon, a C-type medium micro drive, Federation Navy adaptive armor hardener, medium armor repair, and a Mark 9 cover tops cloaking device. Overall, this is a fit that I think I would like to use. This time this ship is not a glass cannon, it has a form of tank. These are the rigs: dual drone speed augmenter and 1 drone firepower. That's the best combination for the highest possible DPS. Dual auxiliary thruster and 1 polycarbon engine housing. Now you can go with 3 auxiliary thrusters. Even I decided to go with tier 2 because they were cheaper, but you can definitely expect me to replace that with the level 3 or tier 3 or level 4 in the future to make the ship even faster. More on speed, when I hop in my Cinnabal, I've achieved 4.2 kilometers per second with that ship. Okay, let's take a look at how the stats of this ship look in a, well, let's simulate it first before I actually hop in PvP. So DPS is decent, it's almost 600 DPS. It will be improved when I change the high slot, when I change the missiles, and when I change the drones in faction drones, which I sure hope are going to be released very soon. An armor tank ship. Back in the day before the patch, the shield tank would be a viable option, but now you can go with a armor tank without a problem. It will work perfectly fine. Armor ships are designed to tank armor by default, so I can take some hits before having to warp out, and I can also stay on the field for quite some time before running out of the capacitor. This is the scan resolution, the radius, and of course the velocity, all of which are good. Overall, a very nice little upgrade over the tier 8 RB. Well then, enough of me talking about technical stuff. It's time to have some fun and see if this ship will live up to the name of the original RB. Okay, well, warping to the first location, Angel Small Anomaly. Okay, I am landing, and let's see what's waiting for me over there. Stabber Trainer. Alright, well, we have to start somewhere. This will be the first kill of the day, first target of the day. Not kill, because, well, who knows how this will end up. Okay, this Stabber was definitely doing some ratting here. Now I'm playing at 5 PM my time, so depends. Well, I kind of don't know when's the most active time in the game. Okay, I have been pointed. Well, I haven't been scrambled. Yeah, it's a point. And I am taking some shield damage, but it's not that significant. After all, I am a armor tank ship. Stabber going into, well, it's in deep hole now, and it has been destroyed. Nice. Let's get the pod. Let's loot the wreck. Okay, go loot that. Still, besides us, no one else in the system. Okay, pointed and C-type. Oh, that was a... Well, I haven't expected to see C-type stuff in a trainer. This was a very expensive trainer. Did not expect to see that. Did not expect to see that. I mean, one turret is like more expensive than a trainer, so that pilot could have bought a starter fleet issue for the price of these modules. I don't know. Okay, well, cloaking and warping to safety. On to the next target. Disaster relief. That's a Armar mission. The scanner pretty handy. Myrmidon, 100 kilometers away from me. Okay, let's try to blend in with the NPCs over here, so I can sneak up to that ship. Hopefully they're not paying attention. And they were paying attention, and they warped off. Oh well. I'll cloak, and I'll be looking forward to the next target. Almost. If I just warped a little bit closer, I would have had more chances to catch that ship. Alright, on to the next target. Have analysis completed. A prophecy. We'll warp at 50 kilometers. I think, yeah, that prophecy should be 50 kilometers from center of the map, from center of the encounter. Okay. Well, wish me luck, guys. Hopefully, I will land close. Setting orbit at 23 kilometers. Landing. There's the prophecy. 80 kilometers. Wait, what? When I scouted first, the prophecy was... Oh well, they definitely did see me coming. They definitely were notified that they were getting scanned. Not sure what's the scan radius of the prophecy, and I always forget the name of the little stat that tells you about your scan radius or whatever it's called. Always forget the name of that. Okay, on to the next target, Serpentis Scout Anomaly. I am landing. There is someone inside, definitely. Okay, scouts became a lot more valuable after the release of the skirmish modules and other modules, other command burst modules. Not skirmish modules, they're part of the command burst modules. Okay, level 2. And, well, empty, alright. That means we have to go to level 3.
Warp drive active.
Okay, PvP overview ready. Orbit 21 kilometer. And landing. Alright, there's the cyclone, excellent. And I landed at 0 from it. Now that's... I have to be quick here. Don't want to get caught by whatever weapon that cyclone is using. It is a very, very tanky cyclone. It has been tanking that Daredevil for quite some time now. Okay, I am in my optimal orbit. Well, not quite. 20 kilometers, orbit 20 kilometer. I am 25 kilometers away from it. I need to go a little bit closer. Cyclone has locked me on, setting orbit to 23 kilometers. We'll use that. Oh, well, I'm getting now focused. The Cyclone is using rapid missile launchers, I believe. It's not doing too much damage, so not a big problem. Okay, setting orbit to 22 kilometers, and I think I should be safe from the missiles. I stopped taking damage. I think this is the limit of those missiles' range, 24 kilometers. That pilot has very good skills for rapid missiles. Well, yeah, I am avoiding incoming damage, although the animation is showing me that I'm getting hit. I am orbiting literally on the edge of the missile range of that cyclone. Cyclone is built for PvE. As you can see, I have 3 NOSes on me. I have 1 NOS, so my capacitor will be safe for some time. Dual points engaged for a while now. We are getting through the shield of the Cyclone. It is indeed very tanky. I suspect it has a large, definitely a large shield booster. Or maybe just very good resistances. We will see when we get to the hull. But as you can see so far, it's also boosting shield and it's helping out with reducing the armor damage, but we went through the tank of that Cyclone. Now, I should have used missiles a long time ago. I have good skills for the missiles, I haven't even realized that. So, drone boats work flawlessly with missiles, as you can see. Well, Cyclone focusing the Daredevil, that's not a good decision. The Daredevil has incredible speed. Right, nice kill. Let's get the wreck. Here I will be avoiding shooting the pod, it just extends the criminal timer. I'll leave the pod for my ally. Hurricane medium missile launchers. Now those are storyline missile launchers. If I'm not mistaken, they can be quite pricey. So that was a nice catch. Okay, on to the next location. Drone Hive investigation. Caldery mission, I believe. Landing. Oracle. Okay. Oracle has been tackled and I will be approaching. I find sneaking up to battleships and battlecruisers a lot easier than sneaking up to cruisers. Especially in storyline missions. In encounters they can warp out quite easily. But in storyline missions, if you catch them at the right moment, it can be doable, and of course it is fun. Will be more fun when I get Sister of Thief ships that can immediately lock after I'm talking. Okay, pointed, missiles are out, drones are out. I'm going for the close range orbit. I have to take the tackle now because that Oracle is using large newts on the Dramiel. Okay, we're going through the shield of the Oracle. Oracle should be a armor tank ship, but should also work with a shield tank because they are assault battlecruisers. Their primary trait is DPS, so they aren't that tanky usually. Okay, it's using beam lasers, so it will never hit me at this range. It will never hit the Dramiel, so we are safe from any incoming damage. Now I'm getting shot at. Well, like I said before, I'm not gonna take too much damage because the large beam lasers have terrible tracking. And it's also a shield tank. I saw it boost shield for a moment. Okay, it's in deep hole. A couple more moments and it will be destroyed. Nice. That was a nice little kill. You might be wondering why it takes so long to destroy it. Well, most of our team was a little bit far away, so they didn't quite had the chance to shoot at this Oracle. But was a nice kill anyway. Okay, I can cloak on... yeah, I can cloak for safety, or I can't. Oh, drone. Drone cannot catch up with my ship. Okay, that's weird. Have to turn on my micro updrive in order for them to catch up with me. There we go, now I can cloak. Excellent, a very nice kill. So far a very good roam. Right, on to the next target. Project Hacker Arrest, that's a Galante storyline. You might be wondering how do I know all of these missions? I used to do these missions all the time. I used to do storyline missions all the time, but PvP is the way. Maller. Alright, going for the orbit. Now, Mallers are known to be one of the tankiest cruisers in the game. do not underestimate a Mauler. These things can be very hard to kill. As you can see, this one did tank our Daredevil quite efficiently, and of course it tanked the NPC pirates in the mission, the NPC ships. Can I call the NPC ships pirates? Not quite sure. The storyline mission ships, I don't know. Let's save that for another time. Quickly went through the tank of the ship. I suspect that this Mahler lost capacitor, because it did take for me quite some time to reach towards this location. It was tackled for quite a bit, so I expect that its capacitor was on 0. Right, let me get that wreck. Most likely, yeah, that pod will most likely warp off. It did warp out. Going to check out what's inside of that wreck. That was a tanky Mauler. It did take quite some time for it to go down. Alright, I can cloak and we can go on to the next target. Let's see who's next. Okay, it's a prototype. I landed quite close to this one. I am definitely going to catch this ship. It's not gonna warp away this time. 47 kilometers, rapidly approaching. We'll go to direct approach until 27-25 kilometers, where I can point it. It's pointed, it's not going anywhere now. And now I can go onto my desired orbit of 23 kilometers without the micro warp drive, because the prototypes are bricks. They're very slow. No way that the ship will escape my orbit. It lost armor and now taking hull damage. These ships are very interesting though. They have strong shields and strong hulls. Their armors are usually weak. So hull tank or a shield tank on these ships will be very good. I've seen some very expensive prototypes that are meant for PvP, including some of them using B-type modules that are ridiculously expensive. Okay, I will have to get the pod for this pallet. It can serve as a warp in for his corp members or fleet members. Alright, I can cloak. Oh, well, I can't cloak. I have been aggroed by the NPC pirates over here. NPC rats. Now I have to warp out, and upon warping, I'll cloak. This is one of the most, I think, one of the most iconic things that I usually did with ARB. The warp out cloak. I've done it pretty much for like 8 or 9 months now. So yeah, that is something that definitely got born by flying the RB. Okay, Vexor. This one is not gonna have a very good day. I warped very close to it in this mission. Immediately tackled, orbiting at 20 kilometers. Vexor losing its shield quickly. Now Vexor will be into armor. Drone boat versus drone boat. Will be fun to see how the tier 10 Vexor will run. It could be like the Ishtar from EVE Online. I'm really hoping that that's the case. And let me get the pod. Oh, well, the pod worked out immediately. Let me get the wreck. Because any loot is good loot. Okay, and let's see the... Well, I can definitely use that drone damage amplifier. And time to warp out. Warp into that medium anomaly.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so far so good. So far, very successful. I like this ship. This ship so far is performing incredibly well. Okay, now here we are just waiting for a for the target to jump in. We have been chasing this target for like 10 systems now, and there we go, a Brutix battlecruiser. Okay, it got tackled, it got webbed, it's not going to go anywhere. Switching orbit to 0 because actually no, I'm approaching, not orbiting. We'll try to bump the ship not to reach the gate, and I missed it by... that was close. That was close. Actually, yeah, it's not gonna... it cannot jump through the gate. It is far away. Well, nice. Let's get the pod. In no space I get pods because there is no criminal timer here. And let me move away from that wreck. Nice, and that pod is going down quickly. Alright, the drones ate the pod. That's good.
Warp drive active.
Drones back to the drone bay. That was a nice little catch. We have been chasing that Brutix for a while. Was a fun kill. Alright, warping to a asteroid cluster. You might be wondering, why am I warping to a asteroid cluster? Well, you're about to find out. Landing, and let's see, a tier 9 mining ship. Now these ships can be very expensive, so let's try to kill it. Okay, point it, and we'll orbit it 2 km first, not to accidentally lose point. I will orbit 23. I got muted. That's a large neutralizer on the Procurer. Okay, we'll change my orbit to 22 kilometers. And now I'll orbit to 17 kilometers. Oh, well, yeah, I failed. This was a fail from my part. The inertia threw me a little bit far away for my points. So that mining ship was very lucky today. Indeed, extremely lucky. Would have definitely held out for the... what is this? Oh, onto the next target, it seems like. Okay, looks like a battleship. Dominic's. Now we're talking. All right. Warping to that at 100. First to check out the location.
Warp drive active.
To scout the area, and then I will find the perfect warp in, and I will warp in towards that dummy. Okay, landing. Hopefully I will not get uncloaked by something. Oh, of course, it's blue. Of course. When I find something juicy as that, it has to be a blue. Oh man. Yeah, this...
Autopilot engaged.
Well, next time I'm not gonna spare any blue ones. Next time I will shoot a blue one if I stumble upon a blue battleship like this. Well then, this was a fun little roam. I can tell you, I like the upgrades on this. I like the upgrades on this ship. It works quite well. It's a very nice ship, and I'm definitely going to look forward for the tier 10 version of the Arby. And overall, we'll be getting sister 5 ships. You probably already know that. And when I get these ships, you can definitely expect some very exciting stuff. I will be doing focused solo PvP only. Don't worry, I will be returning that. So you can expect something like that very soon. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll catch you next time.